ball-grained aluminum and zinc have long been a reliable alternative to working on limestone in lithography. Metal plates can provide an economical means for working on multiple run lithographs without the need to store a large amount of stones. Plates can also be quickly prepared, have stable chemical properties, and in some cases are better suited than limestone for certain methods or materials. Physical deletions and negative drawing methods on plate, however, are difficult to control and much better suited to stone. In this video, we will focus on preparing a ball-grained aluminum plate. Aluminum plates have a slightly higher affinity for grease than limestone, so extra care should be used when handling the front side of the plate. Aluminum is prepared at the factory by a process called ball graining. This adds a tooth to one side of the plate, allowing it to retain water during sponging and drawing material to better adhere to the surface of the plate. Plates can be manufactured with a coarse, medium, or fine tooth. A finer tooth on a plate allows for smoother and more detailed drawing, but will also cause the plate to dry out faster when sponging and rolling. The matte side of the plate is the front, the smooth, shiny side the back. Metal plates are easy to cut to the appropriate size for printing. Begin by placing a protective sheet of paper on a clean, flat work surface, and place the plate backside up. Mark the cut. If available, use a plate cutter. If you do not have access to a plate cutter, position your plate so it overhangs your work surface by half a centimeter or 1/8 of an inch. Place the ruler on your marks and secure one end of the ruler with a clamp. Securely hold the ruler with one hand while using a sharp blade to score the plate. You are not trying to cut through the plate, but you may need to score it 4 to 5 times with medium pressure to ensure a clean edge. Remove the ruler and line up the scored line with the sharp edge of your work surface. Support the plate on the work surface with one hand while using the other to gently bend the plate along the scored line. If the plate does not bend easily, you may need to apply more pressure when scoring. Bend the plate up and down repeatedly until the weakened joint snaps. Repeated short bends to weaken the metal usually work better than large aggressive movements. Plates, especially after cutting, may have a burr or ridge on the edge that can collect ink, damage sponges, and cut into backers, or injure printers. Again, protect the face of the plate with a paper cover. Remove any sharp burrs or high ridges by lightly filing the edges of the plate, top and bottom. A deburring tool may also be used. Slightly round the corners of the plate with scissors to prevent injury during sponging. Plates need to be cleaned or counter-etched before use. Most plates come with graining sludge and oxidation on the surface. Plates can be counter-etched to an extent with just hot water, but benefit from the use of acids in counter-etching. Acids not only aid in the cleaning process, but help remove excess oxidation deposits on the plate while simultaneously depositing acid salts that help imagery stick to the plate and gum arabic to absorb to the surface. It is worth noting that a counter-etch is a poor degreaser. For more information on counter-etch mixtures, see pages 167 to 168 of Tamarind Techniques for Fine Art Lithography. Place a used tympan on the sink and rinse away any grit or other contaminants that could scratch or dirty the plate. Place your plate face up on the tympan. Counter-etching can be done with folded paper towels or a soft brush. Begin by rinsing your plate with hot water and working over the surface of the plate with your chosen application tool. Ensure that you are able to evenly cover the entire surface of the plate by working in a tight pattern of overlapping strokes, working in all directions and going slightly over the edge of the plate. Work over the plate for 1 to 2 minutes. If using a paper towel, weave roll, or other disposable wipe, it will look dark gray after your first cleaning. This should be discarded or your reusable brush thoroughly rinsed. Rinse the plate with plenty of water and dump off the excess. Apply the counter-etch mixture liberally over the surface of the plate, and using a new wipe, work the counter-etch over the entire surface of the plate for 1 to 2 minutes. The counter-etch mixture contains acid that will help remove even more material than the hot water alone, and your wipe will again likely be a dark gray color. Repeat this process of thoroughly rinsing, removing the excess water, and applying counter-etch 2 to 4 more times. Each application of the counter-etch should result in a cleaner wipe. However, your wipe may never be totally clean at the end of counter-etching. The acids in the counter-etch can remove not only the materials that you don't want, but also the aluminum structure of the plate. Excessive counter-etching can damage the tooth of the plate and affect how drawing material adheres and should be avoided. Once you have completed 5 to 6 rounds of cleaning and counter-etching, hold the plate vertically to allow the excess water to drip off the plate, but do not allow it to dry. Immediately apply clean newsprint to quickly blot off the remaining water. Smooth the newsprint to ensure contact with the entire plate surface. Switch to a dry sheet of newsprint and repeat until the plate no longer has large areas of water. The plate may still look dark in color from moisture, but all excess water should be removed. Quickly dry the plate with a fan to help reduce possible oxidation buildup. The plate is now ready for drying.